We can say that it is diverse economic or industrial diversifications and or advanced technology in terms of nuclear plants and also space programs. And this developed world include newly industrialized countries and also old industrialized countries. Secondly, is solely responsible. This is logically mean that without the developed world, there would not be the climate change that the world facing today. And of course, climate change, if we based on Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, define the word climate change after change of the weathers as it used to be, specifically the change of temperatures, precipitations, and also the wind pattern, which is the result of deforestation, industrializations, and also the land use. Last but not least, it is about taking action to address this problem, this issue that the world is facing right now. It is about the leadership of the developed world. It is about the passing Kyoto Protocol and implement Kyoto Protocol in these times. And also it's about financial support, technical support, and environmental education to ensure that developed world can bring the developing country to a level that is not harm to the world, and also can stabilize the greenhouse gases which the world is consuming right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we strongly believe that the developed world is solely responsible for causing climate change and also taking responsible for address this issue because of our four actions. First of all, because developed world is the higher emitters of greenhouse gases, which is known as the cause of climate change. Secondly, it is because of the principle of humanitarianism and also the capabilities of developed countries. Thirdly, it is because of justice and practicalities that developed world should responsible for what they did during industrialized revolutions. Fourthly, the world has already agreed with us based on Kyoto Protocol, United Nations Framework Conference on Climate Change. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get down into our first arguments, which is, of course, if we base on the carbon dioxide emission analysis center for United States, it is clearly stated that 85% of carbon dioxide in 2006 emitted by developed world. And another example can be found in carbon footprint of the developed world. For example, if you look at the United States carbon footprint in 2010, it's just about 5.55 global hectare per capita compared to Cambodia, it's just about 0.14 global hectare per capita. Or you can compare to Vietnam, it's just about 0.45 global per capita in terms of carbon footprint. And another fact, it is the fact that Kyoto Protocol is already organized, it already recognized that the developed world is the countries that are responsible for causing climate change and need to bring down and need to take all developing countries back in the level under or by 5% between 2008 into 2012. This is very amazing and it is acceptable for human beings. Our second argument is, it is the fact and it is because of the principle of utilitarianism and also the capable of developed country. Let me point out the capable of developed country first. In terms of developed countries, you are very capable of design the policies, design the network. For example, Kyoto Protocol in 1997. Of course, this is the abilities of developed countries. Secondly, developed will have to show off the leadership role that can ensure that the world is no longer facing the global warming or climate change anymore. Of course, by knowing that developed countries have high capability without any doubt that the principle of humanitarianism need to be applied right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the principle of humanitarianism simply means that exhausting for the most people. As a matter of fact, last year in December 2011, United States Secretary General Ban Ki-moon stated that developed world have to think critically and have to look at the world right now. And of course, the rest of the world is looking for the leadership from developed worlds. Ensures that the world is no longer facing the global warming on the climate change. Save the world before it is too late, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, by looking at this aspect, we still firmly believe. Thank you.
Thank you for the first affirmative speaker for your remark and demand the judge that they should not finalize any debate thus far until they have heard all the speech. We shall now hear the first negative speaker speech.
Good morning, judges, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Manuel. I come from the negative team. I come to oppose the motion we say this House believes that only the developed world is for causing climate change and is therefore solely responsible for taking action to address it. The word solely defines the term of only or not involving to anyone. Indeed, only the developed world has caused trouble to the climate change. And therefore, they must deal with this crisis alone. My opponent said, CO2 is coming from the developed world. I strongly disagree with this point. Human activities is not the main cause of the climate change. According to scientists and researchers, found that natural phenomenon is the main cause of the climate change, such as that cause the natural disasters such as volcanic eruptions, earthquake, flood, drought, ocean current, and solar variation. Now, I would like to focus on two main points that my opponent has failed to address it. First is volcanic eruptions, which is through our large amounts of carbon dioxide and surplus dioxide. According to U.S. geologists surveys, we found that the world volcanoes generated about 200 million tons of CO2 into the atmosphere. And while our automobiles and industrial activity cost only 24 million tons of CO2 worldwide. For example, in 1991, Philippines island erupted and threw out about 10 billion tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And 1 year later, the temperatures increased 0.5 degrees Celsius of the world global temperatures. Second is the ocean.